Salutations, welcome back to I Speak and Not Preach with Joan this beautiful day, as we shall begin by bowing our heads in prayer. O Holy God, Holy Mother, Holy Spirit, God of life and light, I call unto you as well as I release the burdens that weigh heavily upon my heart, my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit. Renew the mind, the body, the soul, and spirit, O Heavenly God. Holy Spirit, through the art of letting go, grant me the grace to surrender my worries and attachments into your loving care, O Holy Mother, Holy Spirit, Holy Ones. In letting go, I find freedom and a renewed sense of trust in your divine plan. Thank you for the gift of letting go and the renewal it will bring onto my mind, my body, my soul, as well as my resources. In the name of God, I pray. I deem it, I declare it, I profess it, I pronounce it. It is to be, so says the Son, and it is done. By the glory and conviction of the Holy, and it is done, so shall it be. And it is done. Today's good word is Corinthians, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. And it says, in their case, the God of this world has blinded their minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Holy, who is made in the image of God. Again, in their case, the God of this world has blinded their minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of gospel of the glory of the Holy, who is the image of God. I would agree. I would agree that this is a very true statement. It's a very true statement, for it is omitted in John chapter 9, in chapter 9, verse 39. It says, Holy said, for judgment I came into this world, that those who do not see may see, and those who may see become blind. So it's letting you know that the Holy came as a revealer to come and reveal itself, its spirit, to let you know that the Spirit of God is present and real, even though you believe that the God that you serve, which is not of righteousness, stands above all. This is the reason we came, not to be sacrificed, not to be martyred, and not to take the blame of man from him. It's simply to be an image of God, to allow you proof and truth that God is real, that God does exist, that God is very much alive and in presence. And we just come simply as God's instrument, God's voice, God's flesh. But the Spirit is God alone. We are simply flesh that will perish like all other flesh that has touched and been birthed into this world. So we are not above our Maker, our Creator, right? However, a lot of you have been made blind. And because God instructs us to leave them alone, the blind usually lead the blind into the pit. See, in Matthew chapter 15, verse 14, it says, let them alone. They are blind guides. And if the blind lead the blind, both fall into the pit. So if the blind lead the blind, then they both fall into the pit. That's what's happening. What's occurring is, in your case, the God of this world has blinded your minds. and created you to be unbelievers and believers in your works and your flesh above the Spirit of God. And it keeps you from praising and from recognizing a spirit that is superior and supreme, which keeps you under the judgment rightfully and righteously of true God. And then you're misguided even further by their teachings, which even further pits your soul. But again, it's omitted in John 9:39 that the reason holy souls and holy righteous men come to this world is not for the judgment of men, but for judgment. Listen, for judgment I came into this world, that those who do not see may see. Meaning that those blind and again created of judgment can see the glory of God. Okay? And those who may become blind. So those that can't see will see. And those that believe they know will be blind because they believe they know already. A man that believes he knows does not seek. A man that knows that he does not know will seek. Hence, God can save those that does not know the ways of wicked because they have not indoctrinated themselves to know. So they're blind to the ways of the world, which makes them susceptible and a lot easier to save as it pertains to learning the ways of God. For it's hard to untrain a man and teach him something new versus train a man that has never been taught something ill. So this is what I think the Spirit parably is speaking of when it speaks of blindness. It's not just of eyes, it's of spirit. Your spirit being made spiritually bound and blinded from the knowledge of what is righteous and what is true. And you're made to believe that it's okay to attack a righteous man to be rewarded, instead of loving oneself and loving what God has given you, which is that righteous soul to be a blessing unto you. Simply just being around the blessing blesses people. So harming a blessed, as God says, and it's also omitted, those that curse too shall be cursed. Those that are blessed too shall be blessed. So don't blind yourself by the wickedness of the world and picking up its ways, for it will consume you. You will not win. The wicked will consume you. You will not beat it. You will not get in and get out. It will consume you. So be wise as to the decisions you make, and even more the choices and things you pick, because I think we don't understand that our choice is the first decision as it pertains to up or down, good or bad, in or out. Thank you for allowing me to share. Hopefully it's helpful. Goodbye. Good riddance, says the good Lord. I speak and not preach, and remember salvation and redemption is a choice. If you do not choose it, that's okay. And if you do, that's also okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Enjoy your day.